Hi everyone, it's Allison from Fathom 5 Tarot, and I'm here to sort of do a week ahead reading. I did this great week ahead reading, and then in the last minute, my computer crashed and stopped recording the video. And I was so mad I went and had a shower, which is why I look like this. I'm so sorry. But anyway, and I came back and I was like, no, it was too good. I'm going to tell you what the reading was. And sorry, so you won't get to see me shuffle. I promise. It's the same cards, it's the same energy. But it really spoke to me this week and the way that I've been feeling. And so maybe it's just a reading for me. But if there's anybody else in the collective that would get something out of it, I thought I'd just come on and quickly do this. This will be pretty short. They're already laid out. I used the Centennial Smith Waite. And the first card, this was actually a giant jumper. It was the King of Cups. And then I drew the Knight of Wands and the Three of Wands. So this to me is super interesting in regards to the reading I did last week, which is about also very wand and cups, very much like, and that one was wand dominated. So I thought sort of like creative energy, and then are you being blocked by somebody? You can find that last week's reading. Oh, I should say, I'll put it in the title, but this is for January 9th to January 16th, 2020. But to me, the dominant card is this jumper, the King of Cups. And I've always found the King of Cups to be a really, really interesting card because it's sort of the, I suppose, patriarch, if we're going to sort of go into that gender, but like the powerful dominant force of the suit. The suit of the emotions. And then if you look at the King of Cups, he's incredibly reserved looking. He's got his cup. There's no fish jumping out of it or anything like we have for the page. He's surrounded by water, but not in it or of it. He doesn't even have a foot in, right? Whereas the other Cups characters are more interactive with the water. And there's also a ship on the background there. So there are people in the water, but not him. And to me, it's this really interesting pull of like strong, strong emotion and yet reserving it, holding it back in. And then when you combine that with the Knight of Wands and the Three of Wands, this is really, again, this sort of push-pull energy. The Knight of Wands wants to go out and pursue these passions. And here I'm interpreting this as emotional passion, right? Sexual passion, love passion, even friendship passion, like some kind of emotional grounding. Wants to like just go out and go after it. But the Three of Cups is still very much about the card where you're making the plan. You're not going out to do the thing. So to me, this reading has this really interesting push-pull energy, right? You want to expend this energy outwards, and yet there are things keeping it in reserve. So is it the King of Cups that you are reserving your own emotions? And sometimes this is a great idea, right? This isn't necessarily a negative thing, that you are protecting yourself. You're waiting to be sure if your emotions will be reciprocated. You're waiting maybe to make sure that your emotions are correctly placed. I mean, it's impossible to read right now without taking into account the fact that we are separated by this global pandemic. And it may just be that very literally your emotions are hemmed in and have no place to go, your passions. I mean, when we look at the Three of Wands here, like he's making plans, he's got the passions there, and he's got the world in his hands, but he's on the citadel, right? Like he's hemmed in, he's nowhere near the water, right? Both of these characters have water in their pictures, but they're separated. The Two of Wands has a ship, like he's looking at ships and planning as well, which I think is really interesting. But in between those two cards, this is the passionate energy that you have. And again, it's coming through to me as like really emotional energy. And this is something I can really relate to. I just, again, global pandemic, and you have all these interests and passions and emotions, and there are people you want to see and people you want to be with and make that connection with and have that passionate emotion. But we are physically separated right now and practically separated. And so it could be something else, right, besides that emotional passion, but that's what I'm getting really strongly from this reading. So I guess just this is an acknowledgement of this energy this week, depending on where you are in the world. In a lot of places, things are not getting better. Even just like I know someone who got the vaccine. It's so exciting. This person works with extremely vulnerable populations. It's absolutely clear to me why I might be months away from getting a vaccine, and yet she got it right away. Like it's so important to protect her, to protect the people she's caring for. So I'm so happy about it, and it feels so good to actually know someone who got it. Um, but I have nowhere. I can't go hug her and congratulate her and be with her because we're separate. So I think this is maybe just an energy we have to sit in this week, and just understand. And it's such a weird transitional week if you're in America, right? There's last week was very eventful, and next week there's going to be another big event, and things are really going to change. But right now, I feel like we're all in this heightened emotional state, and yet without a place to necessarily really put it, and that can be very frustrating and very agitating. You can feel restless with it. Anyway, that's how I'm feeling. Anyway, so I hope this was of help to you. I'm really sorry. It is an authentic reading. I did shuffle. I did have a jumper. Just my darn computer. Um, Now I'm just out of the shower. I hope you have an awesome week. If you're sitting in this energy, feel free to comment. Let's sit in it together, and just know that avenues will open up for that emotion to stream out. It's probably just not going to be this week. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and that wherever you are, things are moving towards that place where we can all start reaching out again. Have a great day.